Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. All right, we're going to do retro Father's Day review. Talk about some of the good Father's Day movies that you may have watched, may have missed, may not be thinking about. I don't know. If you're looking for something to watch with the kids, and also some 4th of July movies. So we're 2 weeks late on Father's Day, but it's a recap. That's why you call it retro. And but we're on time for 4th of July, so there you go. Hey. All right, so let's start with Father's Day movies. Okay. So, going to go right into it. This is not going to be a review of all of them, just kind of a list of some great ones that you may have seen before, may not have seen, may have forgotten about. And I'm sure your kid hasn't seen a lot of them because they're a little bit older. That's why it's retro. All right, so let's start out with who I think might be the uncrowned king of Father's Day movies, and that's Steve Martin. All right, Steve Martin, because if you look, he's got some good ones and he's got great ones, and I think he's got more than anybody else. Cheaper by the Dozen 1 and 2. I think those are his good ones. And then his great ones, he's got Father of the Bride 1, Father of the Bride 2, and Parenthood. And Parenthood might be at the top of that list, but those are all great father's movies. I think Steve Martin kind of established himself as Hollywood's go-to father, and he doesn't get that credit. He never gets thought of like that. There's no list. That's why we're making a list. There's no list. But if there is, that he should be on the top of it. Another one would be Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's Vacation, National Lampoon's European Vacation, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Vegas is a little, but I mean, it's still there, and it's still a decent watch. The other three I think are great. European's very underrated. Christmas I think is overrated, but still a great one. It's good any time of the year. And then I think the top one, of course, is National Lampoon's Vacation, the original. So Steve Martin, where if he's the king, then I think if he's 1A, then I think or if he's 1, then I think Chevy Chase is 1A. All right. Or 1B, or however you want to do that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But those are two top ones, all right? Also, in Father's Day, Hugh Jackman makes an appearance with Real Steel. That's a good one. Got the sports, got the futuristic tie-in with the sci-fi, with the robots. That's a good one. Sylvester Stallone, throw him in there. Rocky 4, which we'll also mention again, or go ahead and mention it now. That's another good 4th of July one. But Father, there's much more tighter relationship with him and his son in that one. Rocky Balboa would be another that he you tied in a lot with his son. So I think that's another great one for Father's Day. And then Rob Williams jumps in, makes an appearance with Mrs. Doubtfire. Hilarious Father's Day movie. Michael Keaton comes in with 2. He's got 2. Everybody knows Mr. Mom. Good for Mother's Day also for the Mr. Moms out there like myself. But Mr. Mom is a great Father's Day movie, great Mr. Mom Mother's Day movie. And also Multiplicity. Multiplicity often gets forgotten about because it wasn't as big of a hit. It came a little bit later in his comedic career. But Multiplicity is a hilarious movie, and it's about the father who's trying to find time to be the husband, be the worker at his job, at his career, and be there for the kids. So I think that's a great Father's Day movie. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I know there's some others. To think what are the ones we got. Robin Williams makes another appearance with RV. That's another good one. Once again, not as big of a hit. That's a great one though. Martin Short comes in. Captain Ron, with the father trying to show his kids that epic vacation. That's another great Father's Day movie. Let's see. American Tail, an animated movie, great for 4th of July, but also he's trying to get back to his family, and there's a tie-in with the father there, so you can put that in there as a Father's Day movie. Finding Nemo, the great animated Father's Day movie. And if we're sticking with animation, The Incredibles, another great Father's Day movie. Adam Sandler. Give Adam Sandler, to a lesser extent, Grown Ups 2, although that's more about him and his buddies. But, I mean, he is a father in those movies. But Big Daddy's the big Adam Sandler Father's Day movie. That one's great. Let's see. David Spade with Father of the Year, whatever. But I think Adam Sandler takes the crown on that one with Big Daddy. Big Daddy's an excellent one. That's certainly at the top of the list. Let's see. Am I forgetting some? I'll run through real quick. Am I forgetting some other great Father's Day movies? Any that you're thinking of? Oh, the Swap. The father and son swap. Vice Versa. Judge Reinhold, Fred Savage. Like Father, Like Son. Dudley Moore, Kirk Cameron. Often forgotten about, even when you talk about the body swap movies. That's an excellent one. Let's see. Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home 1, Daddy's Home 2. That's another good one. Will Ferrell coming in with a couple of them. Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg coming in. And if we're sticking with Will Ferrell kicking and screaming, a kid's sports movie, but also great father movie because he's coaching the soccer team for his son. Something I know about with this one behind me. All right. So, is that in on Father's Day ones? I think that might be the top of the list.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty we're forgetting. You can write, you can throw them down in the comments of any that we're forgetting. I'm sure, but we're hitting some good ones there. Mrs. Doubtfire is one of those that makes me tear up a lot. That one's very touching. You know, Parenthood, extremely. Even though that one is known as a classic, it's extremely underrated. You got a lot of people in there that were already stars, like a Rick Moranis, a Steve Martin, and then people that became stars later, like Joaquin Phoenix in a child role. Keanu Reeves is in there too. That's another good one. Let's see. I'm trying to think that might be the list right there. 4th of July going to be a shorter list. At 4th of July, you can't hit them with all the war movies. That's a big thing. You're not going to throw in guys shooting themselves in the head. The Patriot, maybe when they're teenagers or born on the 4th of July and things like that. However, you know what? I just thought Born on the 4th of July, Tom Cruise, another Father's Day movie, Jerry Maguire. That's a Father's Day movie and a Mother's Day movie, so it's a twofer. Okay. All right, back to the 4th of July movies. We mentioned Rocky IV, all right? We mentioned you don't want to go with the war movies except for Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a patriotic movie and has the Vietnam aspect in it. Not too gritty or gory for kids. They can watch that one. It's got a little bit of the war scenes in there, but it's really good. Sandlot, they celebrate 4th of July in Sandlot. That's a good one. I heard they're doing the new Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan too. I don't know, didn't see it, but I'm sure there's some kind of fireworks in that movie. Let's see. Rocky 1 and Rocky 4. I mentioned Rocky 4, but Rocky 1 is also a 4th of July movie. So that's another one. Let's see. Any baseball tie-in, Little Big League, The Rookie, The Babe with John Goodman. Because even if you're not a baseball fan, baseball it's that summer sport. It has that feeling of 4th of July. So you can throw that in there. Any that I'm forgetting? Probably so. Put them in the comments. Maybe I forgot something. But I think that takes it. Like I said, you don't want to do a lot of the war movies, so you want to stick with a little bit lighter than that. Hitting it with the kids. Mighty Ducks 2. 4th of July. They're fighting for America, man. They're playing for America there because it's in the Olympics. So Mighty Ducks 2, I'd throw that in there for 4th of July. It's any movie, of course, Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. We're going to have a Top Gun Maverick episode coming up, and Top Gun versus Top Gun Maverick, which one's the better movie. So we're going to have that in an upcoming episode, I promise. But those are great 4th of July movies. So you don't want anything too gory, anything too violent, but you want something that makes you feel good to be American, something you can watch with your kid. Mention American Tail. That's a good animated one. And that might be it. What do you got?
Happy 4th of July.
That might be all she's got. Hey, yeah, USA. American Underdog, the football movie. It has American in the title. It's a football movie, but it's just a good American story and a feel-good story. So I'll throw that in there for 4th of July movie. Has nothing to do with the 4th of July, but it's American Underdog, and we're talking about America. Every now and then there's a sports movie that doesn't have to do with America, but it has that good bit of feeling about you. Remember, the Titans can make you feel good about how America was changing at the time, so that's another one you could throw in there. And maybe I'm stretching it a little bit. I'm giving a little too much leeway here, but well, it's my podcast. I'm going to do what I want. All right. So that's the end of Maverick and Dempsey's Father's Day, 4th of July retro podcast. All right. Be back with another episode soon. Peace.